anticipate a terrific matchup in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators about to kick it away and get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oregon's offense will have first crack at this one. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel, Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others. And they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game, running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
Gives it on the option. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking.
And the defense, got him at the 27. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for...
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
But I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it inside the 40, but he'll be stopped at the 39. Not quite enough to move the sticks, and it's 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got his man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And Nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Field goal is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Nobody around as he makes the catch. Turning it on. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bean. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. They've moved. Team 1st and 10. The give to the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Back to pass. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Grab near the marker. It's April. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Keeps looking downfield. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point makes it 7-3.
And it's a math equation. Nice job. He sees the numbers. I got numbers out wide. I got blockers that can go make a play. Get it to my playmaker. He does the rest. Gets in for 6.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wants to throw on 1st down.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Boom. Finds his tight end. Gets a little breathing room there as he's out of bounds at the 10. And the Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch right at the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on their own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. The give to the tailback. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Back open the middle. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Gators looking to convert on fourth down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. The quarterback keeps it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Gators racing to the line in a hurry up. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. The Gators have their offense in high gear. They'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Woodside. Strong, firm tackle. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Averill. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Backed up now here, second and long. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's at field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock the...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Each week in the
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Gator! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finds his man. It's Rush. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Grove. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Fights off a defender.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Snagged in the middle. It's Rush. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And he makes the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hand off from the shotgun. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Finds the tight end. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half, and so this is...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Back to throw, it's Murray. Got his man quickly. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Averill.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
To the air on second down. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Murray. They get to him as he throws. It's caught downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick completion on the out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Bring in the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Woodside. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Grove. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
The Ducks in the hurry up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning him here to save some clock.
Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
And he's got him. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. A run for the quarterback. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
Being right at the 50-yard line, I think the head coach is sensing a huge opportunity to score points here. I know 4th and 3, it's not great odds, but they're able to dial up a perfect play to keep this drive going. And now at this point, you're thinking points are on the horizon.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might be calling a hot route. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Averill. And they'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. To the air on first down. It's picked up. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this